Mediocrity, being ordinary, is the antithesis to Judaism. This is what the Maharal of Prague says in Netzach Yisrael chapter 14. A remarkable statement that I saw this week. He says, Ein Yisrael shum midah beinonit, the Jewish people and their history bear out that there is nothing ordinary about them, nothing mediocre. He says if you look at Jewish history, he develops the idea that Jewish history has got extraordinary highs that are incomparable to any other nation. Yetziat Mitzrayim, the Exodus in the way that it happened, the revelation of Har Sinai, no other nation has such a history. But look also at the depths that we have fallen. He says the suffering, the extraordinary suffering, the lengthy galut, the type of suffering, the shoah. In fact, the word Holocaust, which was made up for this incredible suffering that you can't even compare to. These extremes, extraordinary for the good, and unfortunately, Rahman al-Litzlan, for the bad. He says the midah of the Jewish people is the antithesis of mediocre. It is not ordinary, but extraordinary, and outstanding, stands out in every possible way. We see this idea also in the beginning of this week's parasha in a fascinating comment that Moshe Rabbeinu commands the Jewish people and says when we're going to the land, he says we'll receive the blessing from the mountain of Gerizim and the curses from the mountain of Eval. And we see the Gemara Masechet Sotah says that when we arrived into the land, 6 of the tribes stood in the mountain of the blessing to receive and 6 in the mountain of the curse. And there seems to be nothing in between. Tribes are either standing for the blessings or for the curses. Is there nothing in between blessing and curse? So it seems, indeed no. Jewish history bears out this reality that there is nothing ordinary and mediocre about Jewish history, for good or for bad. And I think this gives us an inordinate responsibility, each and every one of us, part of this incredible people. We dare not live lives which are mediocre and ordinary. It's against the DNA of the Jewish people and against our history. And whatever we find it to do in our lives, we should strive to do it in the most extraordinary way, to use the passions and strength that Hashem has given us to make the most extraordinary difference in the world, to stand out positively, to make a difference and to change the world in the way that each and every one of us can. Because after all, says the Maharal, Ein Yisrael shum midah beinonit. There is nothing mediocre and ordinary about this extraordinary people. Shabbat Shalom.